point back behind him. He waves at me. But, so he, for the first few years, he went to all the soccer games on the motorcycle. So we played, I didn't.
Where is being at? It's cold.
Right.
All right, y'all ready? Okay, I'm gonna call us to order. So, Mr. Steve, when you're ready there, roll call.
Chairman Smith,
Here.
Mrs. Black, Mr. Connor, Mr. Doherty,
Here.
Mr. Groan,
Here.
Mrs. Hammond,
Here.
Mrs. Jones,
Here.
Mr. King,
Here.
Mrs. Schaefer,
Here.
Mr. Slater,
Here.
Ms. Thomas, Superintendent Dr. Robertson.
Okay, thank you. I think Mr. Connor was there, but it looks like maybe he's signed off and will come back. Okay, thank you. Need a motion to approve our agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
No lights. Mr. Steve?
Mr. Connor, Mr. Doherty,
Yes.
Mr. Groan,
Here. Yes.
Mrs. Haddon,
Yes.
Mrs. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Mrs. Schaefer,
Yes.
Mr. Slater,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas, Chairman Smith.
Yes. Our pledge to flag and meditation, Ms. T. Soddy Elementary School. Thank you for coming. You got some young'uns with you. Good looking bunch.
That's big. That ain't Miss T's.
No, it's
That's
not.
Becky.
Surprise. Good evening, Chairman Smith, board members, and guests. I am Becky Covington. I'm the assistant principal of Saudi Elementary. Miss T already had a previous engagement and asked me to step in, of course, on the day that I lost my voice. So bear with me, please. This evening, I have the privilege and the honor to introduce our Saudi Elementary ambassadors. These students were selected based on their strong character, their commitment to excellence, and their overall dedication to live the Saudi way every day. They will now lead our opening.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Continue standing for a moment of silence.
Today, we want to share our Saudi Laker Way pledge we say every morning. The Laker Pledge guides our daily decisions and actions. We hope you too will commit to doing it the Laker way. You can have a seat now. Please stand for the Laker Way pledge. We're all over the place.
You guys are getting in your exercises in the mornings too, aren't you?
Today, I will be an active learner. I will be accepting of the things I cannot change. I will be knowledgeable in my decisions. I will be engaged throughout the day. I will be respectful to all. I will be successful because I am a Saudi Laker. Do it the Laker way.
Thank you. Thank you, Saudi Elementary. Before we move forward, we had a thank you guys for observing a moment of silence, and I want to, Carissa, I want you to talk about today, about 8 years ago today, and maybe we need to have another moment of silence, but I know it's a tragedy for all of us, Hamilton County, everybody lives here, but it was a deep personal tragedy for you, and so just speak to that a little bit, will you?
So today is November 21st, and on November 21st, 2016, 8 years ago to the day, in District 5, our Woodmore Elementary community and the Woodmore community as a whole was changed in a way in which 37 of our students were on a bus leaving their daily routine. 31 of them at some point between that afternoon and that morning made it home. And 6 of them went on to be angels. And so it's always a tough day, and I'm pretty sure everyone who experienced that, and especially I know for the Woodmore family and those that are still there and those that are not still there, I'm pretty sure there's not a day that goes by that we don't think of the 37 lives that were directly impacted on bus 366, but also all of our lives were affected that day. And so we have 6 families that have persevered. They have overcome. Some have had additions to their families. Some have watched children graduate. It's just been a lot of life changes going on. But those families, on their toughest of days, and I pretty much via social media or one-on-one still have contact with a lot of those families. They are stronger than they ever will know. And Whitney Houston has a song that says, I didn't know my own strength. And every time I hear that song, I think about all of us and what we endured that day at the close of the school day. But on today, just as we do any other day in our community, we want to remember those families, those students that made an impact and left footprints on our hearts, continue to leave footprints on our hearts, to even see some of them that were in the building that day, on the bus that day, that are still living, to see them turn 16 or be in high school or all of those things. It just makes you grateful that you knew them, that you know them, that you have been able to be a part of their lives, that they are a part of our lives. And I want them to know that we will never forget Bus 366. We will never forget November 21st. And our thoughts and our hearts and our prayers are with them today, as they are every other day. And so at this time, if we could take a moment of silence, not only to remember, like I say, the students, but the teachers, the principal, everyone, Hamilton County staff, all of us that just have lived and continue to live those moments in our memories. Let's remember them today, taking a pause at this time for those families. And in our community, we say, long live Bus 366.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Jones. So we have exemplars of excellence.
All right, well, we have a young lady who wasn't able to be celebrated in October that we want to bring to your attention tonight. So we are pleased to recently recognized National Merit Scholarship semifinalist students. The prestigious recognition from the National Merit Scholarship Corporation is based on their performance in a preliminary SAT National Merit Scholarship qualifying test, the PSAT. Semifinalists named in each year's Merit Scholarship competition exhibit exceptional academic ability and potential for success in rigorous college studies. And I would like to recognize this student here tonight being a National Merit semifinalist for 2025 Merit Scholarship competition from CCA. This is Miss Ella Davis. Now, Ella, I heard another statistic about you just a few minutes ago. Stay here. Is it okay if I share your exception? Ella scored a perfect 36 on the ACT, which means in every single subcategory, she is a 36. Wow. Unbelievable. Congratulations.
Ella,
Good job.
what is your major at CCA?
I'm majoring in musical theater at CCA.
Okay.
Thank you, Ella. And congratulations.
Okay, our disclaimer, we'll start down there with you, Steve, and just work our way down the disc.
Does not apply.
Does not apply.
Does not apply.
Does not apply. And real quick, Chairman Smith, I do need to congratulate Mr. Slater in our recent football game against Signal Mountain and Soddy Daisy for beating Signal Mountain. So I'm being gracious in defeat. I know Steve's being humble in victory, but I'm proudly wearing Soddy Daisy, and I also need to say Soddy Daisy has the best football program in Hamilton County.
Oh my God!
In all seriousness, though, that is an amazing rivalry that I hope continues. I know they went up at regions, but it exemplifies the competitive nature in Hamilton County, and it's great to see. So, Steve, well done.
Does not apply.
Ben, I was sitting here trying to figure out why you had on the Soddy Daisy shirt, but wow, what a bet.
I can get everybody one if they want one.
I'm good. However, I declare that I have a family member who works for the school system and that the board's vote on budget, policies, etc. may have an effect on my relative's employment. Even so, I hereby certify that I will cast my vote in the best interest of the school system.
Does not apply.
Does not apply.
Okay. Mr. Groen, I don't think it applies to you, does it? Okay.
No, he said no. He said no.
Need a motion to approve our consent agenda?
Doesn't apply.
Okay, thank you.
Motion to approve.
I'm sorry, who was the motion?
Mr. King.
Okay, no
Jackie
lights?
second. Jackie, it was Jacqueline Thomas was the
Okay.
second.
Good. Roll call, Mr. Steve?
Mr. Doherty,
Yes.
Mr. Groen,
Yes.
Mrs. Haddon,
Yes. Yes.
Mrs. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Mrs. Schaefer,
Yes.
Mr. Slater,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas. Yes. Chairman Smith.
Yes. Need a motion to approve our 2024 LEA report?
Motion to approve.
No lights? Mr. Steve?
Mr. Doherty,
Yes.
Mr. Groen,
Yes.
Mrs. Haddon,
Yes.
Mrs. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Mrs. Schaefer,
Yes.
Mr. Slater,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas. Yes. Chairman Smith.
Yes. So we have several policies on our second and final read, and what I'd like to do here is just handle these as if they are a consent, and then if there's something that needs to be pulled, then we can do that. There's several that we discussed at length. Did I miss some?
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
You're fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. So let me repeat again. These policies are on second and final read, and I'd like to entertain a motion to approve all of them at one time. And if somebody wants to pull one, we can do that and go ahead and vote on what's left, and then discuss the one that's pulled. So that being said, I'll entertain a motion to approve these policies on second and final read.
Mr. Chairman, I do want to pull one.
Okay, let me get a motion first, and then I'll ask which one's,
Move to approve all at once.
okay? Second. Okay, now, and you want to pull,
We're going to pull 6.309, zero tolerance offenses, back to the policy committee for December the 10th.
okay, so you're gonna, sounds like you wanna make a motion that we table that one.
Yes.
All right, so let's do this. Help me out here, Mr. Bennett, to make sure I'm not out of order. We've got a motion on the floor. She has pulled 6.309. We have a motion and a second to approve the rest of them,
Yes, sir.
okay? So, roll call.
Mr. Doherty,
Yes.
Mr. Groan,
Yes.
Mrs. Haddon,
Yes.
Mrs. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Keene,
Yes.
Mrs. Schaefer,
Yes.
Mr. Slater,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas, Chairman Smith.
Yes. Now, Ms. Schaefer has pulled 6.309, so speak to that, Ms. Schaefer.
I want to make a motion to table it and put it back to the policy committee on December the 10th for further discussion.
Okay? I have a motion to table zero tolerance, 6.309. I need a second.
I'll-
I have a second. Discussion.
Are we in the right time frame? Like, are we gonna, it don't matter about the timing, is it?
No, it doesn't matter. It's the board's pleasure how often we review, so pulling it back, no reason why we can't.
Okay.
Okay, have a motion and a second. No discussion, so Mr. Steve?
Mr. Doherty,
Yes.
Mr. Groan,
Yes.
Mrs. Haddon,
Yes.
Mrs. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Keene,
Yes.
Mrs. Schaefer,
Yes.
Mr. Slater,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas, Chairman Smith.
Yes. It takes us down to our facilities plan that you have in your hand that we discussed at length at our last facilities committee meeting. So I will entertain a motion to approve the facilities plan that you have in your hand.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, Ms. Jones, discussion?
So, in the absence of board member Connor, he wanted to express his support for this vote, in his absence. So he sent something that I was gonna read. Is that okay?
Sure.
He says, thank you, Madam Chair, for reading this in the event that I cannot connect to the video app. A very important part of this vote is the second page, the part where we truly assess what we have as a system, what physical resources are available for future use, and in what state they are. This was not fully realized in the MGT report, and I repeat that it is an invaluable addition to our new proposal. I support this plan with that aspect included. And that's from Mr. Connor. So he just, on behalf of the constituents of District 6, he wanted them to know that they have his voice in support of this plan.
Okay. Mr. Daugherty.
Thank you, Chairman Smith. Justin, I know part of this is pulling out some money from the fund balance to pay for the architect, which we wholeheartedly support, especially in the interest of moving forward with Phase 2. My ask as District 2 board member is that when that is approved and the funding goes through, that we move on that. I don't see it as a major opportunity cost for Justin or Roberts. I mean, hopefully that's something we can move on sooner than later as far as actually getting the architects out there.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Okay. Ms. Schaefer? No? Okay. Mr. Slater?
I just want to make clear, the first 3 or 4 are going to be going on at the same time.
We hope that all of them will
Okay.
go forward at the same time.
Okay.
Okay. No more lights? Mr. Steve?
Mr. Doherty,
Yes.
Mr. Groan,
Yes.
Mrs. Haddon,
Yes.
Mrs. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Keene,
Yes.
Mrs. Schaefer,
Yes.
Mr. Slater,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas, Chairman Smith.
Yes. Okay. Congratulations to all of us and to our county, and this is huge and a lot of work. Dr. Robertson, you and Mayor Wamp and the county commissioners, and this is a celebratory vote, I think, and I couldn't be more pleased. Okay, that takes us down to events and announcements. Everybody ready for Thanksgiving next week, 27th through the 29th. As Ms. Schaefer shared earlier, on December the 10th at 5:30, our policy committee meeting, and then our next board meeting on December the 19th. So,
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
we probably will change the time of the policy committee to 4.
okay, so you want to change that? You can go ahead and make note of that now to change to 4.
4.
4 or 4:30? 4:30 says Mr. Steve.
Okay,
Yeah, 'cause I gotta go to work.
okay. Okay. Anything else?
Welcome to school board.
Okay, we stand adjourned. Thank you.